Hi, hello, my dear students. Hi, my viewers. Again, we are meeting here as usually to learn, to know another new lesson. That is the previous poem interesting? A very little task I have given last day. Very little task. Easy to write. That why I framed you know how far you listen attentively to know. There is no need of referring any books, no need of asking anyone. Just if you listen my words, easily you can answer those questions, that assignment, last day's assignment. You check yourself, how far you attentively listen, how you have to improve your listening skill. If you can't answer that assignment, you listen again the lesson and then try. Right? Okay. Now, without a second wasting our time, instantly I take you into another lesson. That is, children, speak up. Speak up. What's the children? What they have to speak up? Actually, most of the times, children are denied. Children are not allowed. If they want to tell something to elders, hey, you are little one, sit down. What do you know? Do you know more than us? Keep quiet, sit down. Why are you making fuss here? You are scolded. Others scold you. But what we know is children are not inferior to elders. Sometimes in knowledge, sometimes in grasping, they are as equal as elders. Moreover, sometimes they may be more than elders. So, we should not deny someone on the grounds of age, on the grounds of little children. This should be imparted to you through this lesson. You know, the entire lesson is woven around a 13-year-old girl. 13-year-old girl, Severance Suzuki. What right? What boys? What my dear students? Having smile on your lips. Suzuki means you remember this bike Suzuki. No. This is the name of a girl. This is the name of a girl of 13 years old from Canada. She is a Canadian girl. She is a Canadian girl. So, what is the importance of this little girl? What the little girl does? Why we have to learn about her? What makes her great? We come to know through this lesson. What's the name of our lesson? Children, speak up. Actually, the entire lesson is an extract that has taken out. An extract from the speech of Severin Suzuki. From the speech of Severin Suzuki. At Earth Summit, at an Earth Summit, she attended an Earth Summit. Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro. See, she is a Canadian girl. She attended an Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro. It is a municipality. It's a municipality in Brazil. It's a municipality in Brazil. She traveled from Canada. Earth Summit taken place in Brazil. The distance between these two is 6,000 miles. 6,000 miles. This girl traveled such a long distance to make her speech at Earth Summit. The entire, again I am telling, the entire lesson is a speech, an extract of a speech given by Severin Suzuki at Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro, a municipality in Brazil. So at first, she addressing the gathering there. So many people have attended to the conference. There they discuss the environmental problems, solutions, what steps to be taken to save the nature, and so on. So many people have gathered. So many people have attended there. She addresses all the gathering. All are adults, not little ones. It's not a meeting of little children. It's adults meeting. But this little girl has attended to make a speech, to tell something to the elders. So she addresses the whole gathering by introducing herself. I am Severin Suzuki, a girl of 13 from Canada. I am the CEO of environmental children's organization. Environmental Children's Organization. Simply we say ECO. Environmental Children's Organization. She introduces herself that she is the CEO of, Chief Executive Officer. She is the CEO of ECO. ECO indicates Environmental Children's Organization. They are a group of 3 They are a group of 3 of 12 and 13 years old, 13-year-olds. They raised money by themselves to travel such a long distance of 6,000 miles. To travel such a long distance of 6,000 miles, they raise money by themselves. Why? They taken such a harsh thing. Means there is a much importance is there to tell. She is told, 6,000 miles I traveled to get here, from Canada to Brazil. She continued her speech by saying, I have come here to talk about the deaths of children because of starvation. I have come here to speak the starving children around the world, lakhs of children. I have come here to speak the animals being killed around the planet, around the universe. Almost all species of animals are about to extinct, going to extinct. Nowadays we are listening, so many species of animals are going to extinct. I have to aware you, elders. I want to bring this into your notice. I have come here to talk on behalf of starving children, to talk on behalf of animals being dead. Why? Why this is happening? I am afraid. She also continues, I am afraid to go into the sun because there are holes in ozone layer. There are holes in ozone layer. I am afraid, that's why, to go into the sun. I am afraid to breathe this air because I don't know what chemicals are in it. Even I am afraid to go to fishing along with my father at my hometown because just a few years ago it's found the fish have cancers. The fish have cancers. That's why I fear of it. What's the reason for all this? Man's negligence. Man does not bothering about the environment, about the trees, about the plants, about the animals, about the starving children. He never takes care of it. He simply thinks of himself, how the nature is going to be destroyed, how the nature is going to be destructed, how the poor children are suffering from starving, how the animals are being killed and about to extinct. He never think of it. So my dear, so my dear elders, I want to bring all these to your notice to make my speech. I have come here. I think you are all here. You are all who have here. Maybe the delegates of government, the politicians, the organizers, the business people. So many different categories. But you remember one thing. You are fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, and you are the child of someone. You are the child of someone. You remember it. I have come here to bring this into your notice. I want to make aware through my speech. Then why do you neglect? What measures are being taken? You always remember why you are attending these type of conferences. Why you are attending these conferences? Just for sitting and listening and after onwards leaving? No. To keep efforts to aware the public, to serve the environment, to save the environment, to protect the things which are going to be extinct. So, to all the elders, I know I am a little girl. I know I am a little girl. Yet I know we are all a member, we are all a family. We are all a member of a family. We are all members of a family. Either the fences, the boundaries, the governments never change it. So we have to act. We have to act all together as one unit, as one state, and as one world. We are all collectively fight. We are all collectively act as one state, as one world against all these ill feelings, ill effects. Amn't I wrong? Amn't I not right? No boundaries, no fences will never change this. No governments even will never change this. So, elders, I am asking you to keep your mind on these aspects. You always tell that you love your children. Is it real? If it is real, you have to provide good environment to your children. Just show your love not in words, in actions. I already told, you are also the child of someone. If your elders provides you the good environment, then only you enjoy it. Then only you are surviving. So if you too provide the same good environment, clean environment to your children, to your next generation. It is the responsibility of you. But why you are not mobilizing? I can't understand. In school, since kindergarten, you teach us how to behave in the world, what to do, what not to do, not to be greedy, not to harm the animals. You are teaching us in a big way. But what are you doing in reality? Why do you go out and do the things which you teach us not to do? Which you teach us not to do? I am questioning you. I have come here to question you. Right? So elders, I know I am a little girl, but I want to express. I want to express the world how I feel. I have come here just to express this world how I feel. So, see my dear children, what do you understand from her speech? She is a very little one, just a girl of 13 years old. But how consciousness does she have? At that age, she started an organization too. Of course, it may be the organization of only 4 persons, calling it Environmental Children's Organization, and she will be the chief executive officer. She has become to the CEO of a group. She comes along with her friends there by collecting money by themselves, traveling a long distance of 6,000 miles from Brazil to Canada, and not fearing, she expresses her feelings to the elders, to the world, and what they have to make, what they have to think. She never fears. She says, in anger, I am not blind. So I am touching so many points to you. You may feel, I am in anger. Yes, I am in anger on watching what is going on here, what is happening to nature. I am angry. I am in anger, but I am not blind. I am not blind in my anger. In fear, I don't afraid. In fear, I don't afraid to say this world how I feel. You are always telling you love your children, but what your actions does mean? Please, I challenge you. Make your actions reflect your words. Make your actions reflect your words. Means please do what you say only. Words are not just not just to tell, to practice. My father always used to say to me, what you are to do, what you say, means my father always advises me. My father always advises me. Speak whatever you do only. Otherwise, you don't speak. So, all the elders, I am again challenging you. Please reflect. Please make your words. Please make your actions. Make your actions. Reflect your words. And thank you very much for listening to me. By saying like this, she concludes her speech. So, my dear students, from the entire lesson, what we get? Even a child come forward to tell something, we should not deny them on the grounds of age. If there is a message from children, we must ready to listen first. If it is useful, we can take, otherwise we have to leave it. See, even she is a girl of 13, how beautifully make a speech in the Earth Summit. How many points she touched. How she beautifully addresses the elders. What she says? You may be politicians, business people, organizers, whoever they may be. You are all brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, mothers and fathers, and you will be child of someone. How straightly fires at the hearts of the gathering. So, you to understand the speech of this girl, and you to motivate yourself to be like this girl, and try to make some measures to protect this environment. Right? So, here we take a little assignment, that is, make a brief note of the speech of Severin Suzuki. Right. Okay. Thank you.